So you're saying you went back in time, like in Psiomniflash?
Yeah, like in Psiomniflash, except that Psiomniflash was a second. This time I went back a whole day.
So let's imagine that it is in fact possible for you to run faster than the speed of light, and in so doing travel back in time. It still would be wildly irresponsible.
I knew you were going to say this.
Yes, because Barry, if you were to go into the past, any interaction you have with your parents or yourself, you step on the wrong blade of grass, you have no idea what the consequences to that could be.
No, I know, the butterfly effect, right?
Yes.
I get it. But Bruce, I could fix things.
You can also destroy everything.
I could save her. I could save both of them. I could save your parents.
Barry, these scars we have make us who we are. We're not meant to go back and fix them. And there's nothing broken with you that needs to be fixed. Take it from an old guy who's made a lot of mistakes.
Lies.
While Xyronicore L was trying to recreate the planet of Krypton into psionic Krypton, Exorian Magikai was in the form of the Dragon Fusion Mage God of Krypton, and he was attempting to supply Xyronicore L with enough Magikai Force empowerment to enable Xyronicore with interplanetary creation powers.
The Nexus Guardian of Darkness is holding siege to the Magistrum Eternal's power. I don't know if Exorian will be successful.
I must use the interstellar psionic planets and use fusion stasis forms of time regenerative enhancements and transport them through a conduit of Magikai power. Wait, what is this? It is the Nexus Guardian. I did not expect to see such a vile creature here. Tell me, what is it that you want with the creation of the universe in its primary stages? The laws of the psionic universe require that I create psionic Krypton in the form of
Why do you seek the power of the Magistrum Eternal? What creature are you? What form of Magikai Force user have you taken?
Ultranakor Dynamicon. I summon 4 reactive psionic shields of the spectral dimensions core realm. The Magikai force that I require is that of a noble psionic force fusion stasis that will enable all forms of Kryptonians anew alive on a new Krypton, psionic Krypton. There shall be a resurrection of all nobility. You cannot stop the timelines, Nexus Dimension Lords.
You cannot expect to obtain the powers of a psionic god. You are not worthy, Exorian Magikai. You shall fail in your task of creating Krypton.
Dormammu?
The lawmakers of the cosmos state that in the psionic verses of interplanetary operations, the destructions, honor for the creations, and honor for the psionic light and the Magikai force beholders shall permit all who create the universe for a noble cause shall be deemed worthy and shall have the powers of the psionic gods which are required to create Krypton. You cannot alter this. The timeline regenerative force super capability gives me unlimited attempts. You cannot destroy an immortal on the quest for the new form of a master superverse. The Psioniverse. I have unlimited time regenerative force attempts at the creation of the universe with a timeline psionic crystal, dragon phoenix, emerald, Kamarian, Ingram must take into account that the first attempt may not be the successful attempt in the recreation of Krypton. Time, however, is something that I do have. Time and the psionic power and Magikai force. It will not be easy, but I believe that psionic Krypton awaits for all of the new Kryptonians in the future. Here's that Jarrell has given my psionic force super speedster electrolyte speed changeling mode, giving me the task of recreating Krypton into new Krypton, or to its stronger title, Psionic Krypton, perhaps for advanced genetic live stream currents in the universe, dependent on the amalgamation and alignment and joining of all the life spectral energies of the cosmos, the Mage Force, which gives me the capability of superheroes fusion with the strongest of all the forces of the universe, the Psionic Force. The one force will give me the unlimited knowledge, integrity, honor, and superpowers that could enable me with the enlightened recreation of new Krypton.
One of the best
I must now travel into the advanced light stream of the 400 Psionic light universes. Armour, Psionic Krypton, perhaps for advanced genetic light stream currents in the universe, dependent on the amalgamation and alignment and joining of all the life spectral energies of the cosmos, the Mage Force, which gives me the capability of superheroes fusion with the strongest of all the forces of the universe, the Psionic Force. The one force will give me the unlimited knowledge, integrity, honor, and superpowers that could enable me with the enlightened recreation of new Krypton.
One of the best
I must now travel into the advanced light stream of the 400 Psionic light universes. Anomaltrium, Michagor, Magikai, and Amaltrium Drazom. I summon the major force constructs of the Green Spectral Energy Core to aid me in my task of the recreation of the interplanetary new planet of Krypton, Psionic Krypton.
What is this ultra psionic overglow superpower? Is it what I would
Made supreme, the superpowers from the infidel and traitor and criminal Kal-El are ready for the transferal into the Knowledge is Power Stone. We have him trapped in a cyber world.
I have an agent ready for him in the cyber construct world of powers depletion. Have him prepared immediately.
Now wait a second. I saw you take out 2 guards, and then I got these flashes.
Everything you see here is the creation of a government computer.
Right now, you're lying in a lab while government scientists are trying to figure out how your brain activates your abilities.
But I don't have abilities here.
In which case, Chloe, I have an intelligent idea. Cybergen install ultra stealth mode invincibility, future self-regenerative, all forms of Clark Kent. Will ever I use my older form of superpowers, I can regenerate enough stealth so that the Battlemage Superman DNA reconstruction with Captain Atom Ultimate cannot be recognized. It cannot stop me or disable my ability to activate my powers. Whilst ever I use Time Force, Timeline Clark Kent mode, this cannot work.
Beware, Cloud. Are you sure you want to take the risk? Because it could activate your kryptonite weaknesses again.
In which case I must think intelligently enough to survive the possible risk of meteorite kryptonite infection. Perhaps if I use the green energy lantern core signature and hone a beacon to the Battlemage changeling green dimension universe, I can withhold enough Captain Atom Ultimate DNA still and use Clark Kent old power to overpower with a major percentage of all Kryptonian DNA to hide the new Battlemage Captain Atom Ultimate combinated DNA and be unaffected still by kryptonite. It shall work. My task must be completed for the newly reformed cybernetic kryptonite enhancers needed for the reincarnation process I have located, and I shall take them with us to the new world.
I must phase into the avatar of the Green Arrow and use him as a teleportation and green signature required for the time and teleportation and wormhole. My task and mission is a complete success. I have awoken from the sleeper chamber powers in deactivation mode. Green Emerald.
Watch out for your eyebrow.
Now the Green Emerald Psionic Lantern Archer is my new accolade, where precision and accuracy of user skills in the...
So now you begin to understand. You are not the insect in my hand.
I have only 2.5 interdimensional seconds. Time and teleportation, wormholes, spell, initiation, construct. Are you okay? It appears that Alex has used the Knowledge is Power Stone to mind control Lana and use her spectral dimensions and Mystic Warrior's powers in order to destroy innocent lives. Your mind is Lex Luthor, Lana. Resist him. Lana, I'm not the enemy here. This is not a Lana. Lex is controlling you. The knowledge power stone. Return to the light. Lex is controlling you.
Well, that'll make this a whole lot more exciting. Indeed.
Those were all powerful and unique crystallized eye lasers from Ultranicorn 7. That was your first warning, nightmare creature. No longer under the grip of the knowledge and power stone that Lex controls you with. I am controlled by a darker essence of magical power. I do not wish to harm Lana, for she is my friend and also the spectral dimension warrior. I must use that time and teleportation wormhole and take her to the purification chamber in the Battlemage Fortress of Solitude.
I can feel his power, and perhaps we should rid him of it too.
Longing to the first timeline of Krypton. The Dark Egyptian evil Scion Lords will suspect a Kryptonian signature attempting time travel existence mode in order to rescue my father, Jor-El. This is the original timeline that I am in, that I still have two changeling forms. And into the Psiomniflash Super Speedster mode I shall enter to time a vortex ultimate recreational super drive. I shall search all of the cosmoses for the initial instigation of the cleansing of all of the Kryptonian belonging to the first timeline of Krypton. The new changeling form of Psiomniflash, I can advance the genetic code in the trapped vessel of Jor-El, and perhaps I can initiate time drive and Magikarp force and incarnate within Jor-El the Dragon Fusion Mage God Exorian Magikai of the Ultra Fusion realms. And together we can free our universe and keep stable the recreation of Krypton into psionic Krypton and continue to rescue the survivors of old Krypton. Illuminatum, Intragor, Matrigon, and Altherin. I set free the Dragon Fusion, power in the fire realms of all of the Magikai forces and send them to the Time Drive, Ultimate Timeline, Original, Psiomniforce realm as a combination to save the galaxies of Psiomnia and the Psiomniverse. There is now time, hope, and a new civilization awaiting on the stable and recreated in time fusion stasis mode. Therefore the stable, new, created physical planet of Psionic Krypton.
Hi.
I love you!
Thank you. You seem very nice also.
Oh my god!
Patching you into Mr. Way.
No, please don't. Sorry if this sounds weird, but are you actively eating that candy bar? Maybe you could throw it to me. In the name of justice. Now, Barry. Hi, Bruce. Yes, I'm... coming.
So you're saying you went back? Like, no. Look back. Faster. Travel back. Wild. You have to, Eric, to yourself. You're stepping on a blade of grass. I have no idea. I know. It's about it. Get it.
And just before the destruction
What happens
of all
if she stays like this?
Krypton,
The longer
yet
she remains
after the
unconscious,
timeline
the more
was
likely it
recovered
is that it
by
will
the
become
biomolecular
brains attacking again.
new DNA
Get it at the
superhero Battlemage Superman Ultra, a new scope, a new timeline for the rescue of all of the civilizations of nobility from Krypton was to take place in the Cyber Electric Phoenix, future self-regenerative, time-traveling super machine created by Brainiac 5000, an artificial compressed, lightweight, regenerative, compressed, ultra-intelligence.
Creatures that did this.
It did not need the same amount of brain capacity as Brainiac 27,000 of the evil Brainiac dimension planet destroyers, for the lightweight construct would be swifter, would be able to reintegrate with information and duplicate and store and calculate energy instead of storing all of the computer data into processors.
Sean, where are you on set?
Therefore, through the ultra-intelligence form of light, the Brainiac 27,000 disarmed the Brainiac 5,000. Brainiac 5,000 took on the flight of nobility, enjoying the silent kinetic, time-traveling justice defenders for the future, which led to the forming of the time-traveling light-speed dimensional time warriors of the future, the saviors for the survivors of Psionic Krypton.
What have you to intrigue me with today? Try now recall.
It is a disguised scientific power conduit of the sun god Psiomniflash. It gives us our powers. The Kryptonians may be selected for a high purpose, and we too shall be selected for that purpose, according to the prophecies of Psiomniflash.
Came directly through the White House.
Mr. President, we are expecting a time anomaly arrival of so-called saviors calling themselves the cyber-electric Superforce time-traveling warriors of the future.
I was beginning to think I wasn't going to get through your gauntlet of minions.
Who is this? Who am I speaking to?
I am Armour. I assume by now you've detected the presence of my fleet in orbit over your planet.
As a matter of fact, we have our eye on you.
Please forgive this primitive means of communication, but if I were to land my ship in your rose garden or appear as a hologram in your office, what kind of race of beings?
I promise you the survival of planet Earth.
Give you my personal
if you give me the DNA carbon structure of the Captain Atom Ultimate Transformation Superhero genetic code, then, with all the saviors of the Egyptians from the time-traveling area of Criterion Ultra, I can assure that planet Earth will remain as safe with us as your Psionic guardians.
Mr. President, I'm afraid I'll have to get back to you later.
You hung up on me.
The edges of the shipwreck blade have been honed to the thickness of a single atom. I must keep my hand very still.
If you do not keep to your side of the bargain, you shall not receive Dragon Fusion Mage God powers. Do you understand, Jor-El of Krypton? Keep to your side of the bargain, and the first timeline of Kal-El of Psionic Krypton, your son shall stay alive. Double cross me, and all the heroes shall die. If I do not obtain the Psionic power, your planet shall be the first to be destroyed amongst many in the Psioniverse.
You are overconfident, mistress of the night or Australian or Dark Egyptians. The Justice League of the future timeline shall stop you if I cannot. Not good enough.
Meanwhile, inside of their elite cybernetic Phoenix supercraft time-traveling machine, the training a synthesis mode for the psio-dimensional portal, which will be unlocked through precognitive defense, superpowers genetic reconstruction. Kara Zor-El was attempting to unlock future Zard precognition as a power, to find the Battlemage a Superman supreme of the future, who would help guide the survivors of Krypton into a greater existence.
Meanwhile, on Mistrador 7.
Was that on the ceiling? Martian. Why the white Martians are here? Yes. White Martians. Yes.
Ultron Jinvor of the Martian Destiny. I have no time to explain. I am Sergeant Ultra of the AI Kryptonian Intelligence. Come with me. You have been selected for the evolution of a new planet. Excuse me, I'm completely exhausted from the brainwave. You are selected for the survivors of New Krypton, or Psionic Krypton.
How are we doing?
The star year 4975, there was a generation of biomolecular fusion superhero entities that were created as psion-genetic teams after the creation of Battlemage Superman, the Captain Atom Ultimate Time Lords of the Future, and the Biogenetical Research Department was their title. They had created a time-traveling super-existence and a magnificent time-traveling compressed super spacecraft called the Super City of Metropolis, which had contained in all timelines since the timeline had been regenerated into a future advanced civilization. A computer regenerated a super time machine. that contained a myriad of different superheroes, and not just Battlemage Superman replicas, all forms of newly genetically created superheroes of the future. They were the light speed, dynamic, ultra-time traveling, justice defenders of the future world.
The biomolecular superfusion is complete. Morphic cyber harness and the transformation is complete. I now have the powers of a Psiomniflash. But here in the domain of Psion magic, I have the lightning of my core and powered lion strikes that give me that super force regenerative time travel mode, dimension force strikes that empower power, lightning strike, invincibility, and in past time, lightning timeline dimensions, agility strike modes.
This time you have impressed nobody, Kal-El of Psionic Krypton, for I am the newly reformed Psionic Zod World Destroyer. This time, in the time stasis freeze massacre world I am creating, I shall give everybody a good reason to worship me for the destruction of this earth for what it is after I created you to the darker world Nexus 4.
My newly re-empowered Psionic Force Cyber Electric Time Machine shall stop you in your tracks, General Zod of the old Krypton dimension.
The edges of the ship remain have been honed to the thickness of a single atom. I must keep my hand very still.
If you do not keep to your side of the bargain, you shall not receive Dragon Fusion Mage God powers. Do you understand, Jor-El of Krypton? Keep to your side of the bargain, and the first timeline of Kal-El of Psionic Krypton, your son shall stay alive. Double cross me, and all the heroes shall die. If I do not obtain the Psionic power, your planet shall be the first to be destroyed amongst many in the soul of Earth.
You are overconfident, mistress of the night of all shall evolve. Dark Egyptians, the Justice League of the future timeline shall stop you if I cannot.
There is a change in the timelines. I sense that my father, Jor-El, needs my help. The recreation of Krypton is now taking a second evolutionary stage in its creation.
Your ultimate and your changeling modes. Unfortunately, in the first timeline, your father, Jor-El, has been captured. His captors are the Dark Egyptian timeline, space travelers, They are attempting to seek information about the ultimate power, the psionic power. You must save your father and correct this original time that we are both in. You will still have some of your abilities. Your challenges shall be greater.
Of civilizations. He means to time align alteration, time drive.
It appears to AI crypto's translations the dark Egyptian gods use the psychology of Jor-El to destroy the universe instead of creating Krypton into psionic Krypton.
It's not the only thing that... The sun god Sion Ra gave me my extreme superpowers. Perhaps I can use these extreme superpowers to enforce creational abilities and overdrive the negative forces that would destroy this universe. The centrifugal God Spirit Realm addition to my power is what I must seek. The dark Egyptian evil Scion lords will suspect a Kryptonian signature attempting time travel existence mode in order to rescue my father, Jor-El. This is the original timeline that I'm in, that I still have two changeling forms. Into the Psiomniflash Super Speedster mode I shall enter to time of Vortex ultimate recreational super drive. I shall search all of the cosmoses for the initial instigation of the cleansing of all of the Kryptonian belonging to the first timeline of Krypton. The new changeling form of Psiomnilite can advance the genetic code and attract the vessel of Jor-El, and perhaps I can initiate time drive and Magikai force and incarnate within Jor-El the Dragon Fusion Mage God Exorian Magikai of the Ultra Fusion realms. And together we can free our universe and keep stable the recreation of Krypton into psionic Krypton, continue to rescue the survivors of old Krypton. Illuminatum, Intragor, Matrigon, and Althrin, I set free the Dragon Fusion, power and the fire realms of all the Magikai forces and send them to the Time Drive, Ultimate Timeline, Original, Psiomniforce realm as a combination to keep safe the galaxies of Psion and the Psioniverse. There is now time, the new civilization awaiting on the stable, recreated in time fusion stasis mode. Therefore, the stable, new, created physical planet of Psionic Krypton.
Any interaction you have with your parents, you step on the wrong blade of grass, you have no idea what the consequences to that. I know, the butterfly effect, right? Yes, I get it. We can fix things. You can also destroy everything. So you're saying you went back in time, like in Psiomniflash?
Yeah, like in Psiomniflash, except that Psiomniflash was a second. This time I went back a whole day.
So let's imagine that it is in fact possible for you to run faster than the speed of light, and in so doing travel back in time. It still would be wildly irresponsible.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yes, because Barry, if you were to go into the past, any interaction you have with your parents or yourself, you step on the wrong blade of grass, you have no idea what the consequences to that could be.
No, I know, the butterfly effect, right?
Yes.
I get it. But Bruce, I could fix things.
You can also destroy everything.
I could save her. I could save both of them. I could save your parents.
Barry, these scars we have make us who we are. We're not meant to go back and fix them. And there's nothing broken with you that needs to be fixed. Take it from an old guy who's made a lot of mistakes.